Follow! Get over the halfway line!
There's always a passion, but there's an intensity, and people always know what he wants.
It's unfortunate. Well, it'll be more unfortunate if I take my team off, won't it? Well, let's do something about it. You can't play with the same colour.
If passion and being committed to a football club and winning games is a problem, then I think I've got the same problem myself.
People say, you know, cut him and he bleeds claret and blue. He is Burnley through and through.
Come on, son. Let's look, guys. Let's look, well. Come on, you two. Conduct that orchestra in there. It's the place 3 in there. Organise it with Glenn. Get him in now.
He's always there for the lads. The lads are in trouble or the lads need something sorting out, and he'll always be there for the lads. And to me, you know, that counts for a hell of a lot.
Well, I wanted the goalkeeper to go away on a week's training course any case, you know, a goalkeeping course.
Yeah.
Because what we'll be doing this week is just getting the legs going, big style, you know.
He's a bit of an eccentric, but he's good to work for. You know what he wants from you, and if you don't produce it for him, he lets you know on no uncertain terms.
Clive, get down, give me 10 double foot jumps. You're too busy talking and not listening. Get them done.
Obviously, he's a disciplinarian. Obviously, I think he has to have control. I think he's honed his methods in from all his experience over the past 25 years.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, but what you see is what you get, and what you see is what you get is very, very good.
Big fan of Stan, absolute star, best thing that's happened to Burnley Football Club for what, 5-6 years, terrific, yeah.
Morning, how we doing? Here we are again.
This is Stan Ternent's nerve centre at Turf Moor. It's where he works on the 3 T's: team, tactics and transfers.
Monday morning.
He's preparing for a major event in the football calendar, his players' first full day back in training. Football's a team game, and Stan's PA, Angela, is part of that team, helping with a demanding job.
Have you had a good holiday?
Yeah. There was a delay on the plane, they couldn't set off for 3 hours, so it sat the wrong way.
Did he get done for it? It's more difficult than it's ever been now. You know, because there's a culmination of things that come into the equation. It's a very time-consuming job. Hello.
Good morning, Stan. It's Daz.
Hi, Daz. How are you doing?
Hello, Stan. How are you doing? A good weekend?
All right, thanks.
Good. Just a quick call on Monday morning, see if there's any news for me.
Financial implications. This is the second season now without the money we were promised. So it's important to get through this season. But there's a change in wind blowing through football. Obviously, the better players in the Premiership, they still got the big bucks. But there's a lot of clubs up there who have felt the pinch as well. So we've run, the chairman and the board have run the club properly, and hopefully we'll be okay.
At the training ground, Daz the kit man is busy going box to box.
You got them 4 pair of boots, you got 2 them blades.
Is it? Yeah. Everyone's after their gear.
Do you get the right ones here, Daz, yeah?
Yeah.
Top man, thanks mate.
Was that my squad number? Yeah.
But it's the manager's job to bond together the young lads with the experienced first-teamers.
Got your gear? Yeah.
Cheers.
Good break?
Yeah, fine, got you.
Look at the plus today, you've got the place in.
You told me to put them in, son.
What are they?
All the boots.
All the boots.
Have you got me any? Have you got me any, Guzzler?
No, sir.
Well, that's for me. That's for me. Shin pads, we don't need them when everybody what makes a tackle.
Morning.
Moro. How are you?
Yeah,
How many holidays you had?
Just 3 this year.
Just 3 this year. So you not go golfing yesterday?
I didn't play, no. Some do others, Gaffer.
I had a crop meal at that Monty's. Crop meal. I had a steak and sent it back. So you bought and I said it's no good.
That's not Monty's, I don't Monty's, is it?
No,
I was wondering that. It was just based on.
Arthur, how are you?
We went there a couple of times, Gaff.
Hey?
We went there a couple of times, like, for the fish.
The knack with pre-season is to get them up to a fitness level, just shorter matches, and hopefully get through without any injuries. But you have to play matches to get match fit, and we'll do that as well, obviously. It's important to have a high fitness level to play any sport. Football's no different.
Another vital member of the squad at Burnley is assistant manager Sam Ellis.
This is the start of my 9th year with him, and you can't work that long for somebody if you don't enjoy it and you haven't had some success.
What do you like to work with on a day-to-day basis? I mean, you must know him incredibly well now.
Well, you know where you stand, you know exactly what he wants, and you try and get on with it to the best of your ability. And some days you do it better than others.
There you go, lad. Okay, you're welcome.
What's the trick when it comes to being a good manager?
But it depends on the person and the club, but mostly good managers know what they want, know how to get it out of their players, and the players know where they stand with them.
Hey, go backwards and fall over.
That'd be a shame.
You'll find it hard to beat Gorthop Hall as a stately backdrop, but the players' minds have to stay focused on the long, slow process of building up to match fitness.
Putting sugar in.
Right, instead of
so it's a myth, really, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have to gel them together. I need to do a lot of work on the training ground once I get the fitness levels up. We'll start that right away. But the team play side of it and all the rest of it, that has to be done, and it has to be done properly. I formulate a team in my mind and which way I'm going to play. Although we have to be able to play different formations, different styles, depending on what. So all that has to be done as well. So it's a busy time.
Get them feet up, knocking. Get them up. Get them up, Branchy.
Another member of the coaching staff, Ronnie Jepson, demands more and more effort. Everyone knows someone not too far away is always watching, waiting for his turn.
Away we go. Get through when we finish.
Stan very often keeps his distance and lets his coaching staff get on with the minute-by-minute stuff.
Well, it's all done beforehand. He'll know exactly what they're doing. He'll have told them what he wants, and he gets involved himself quite a lot when the season gets underway and the football comes out. And I don't know, not many people would know this, but Stan's one of the best and the highest marked coaches to come out of Lilleshall.
Sorry, lads. Rest. Should be fucking in there, man. Change.
Sometimes you do it tactically, sometimes you do it verbally, and he can do it either way, and he's good at it.
What gets up his nose?
Anything that doesn't go like clockwork.
But training for footballers these days isn't confined to the pitch. Burnley's players have to swim before they can walk in these pool sessions. Some, of course, will always try to make a splash. But life in the wet lane does help mend the muscles. Oh, and remember, someone not too far away is always watching. Just when you've got dry, the gaffer sends you out in the rain to loosen up the legs. The players are finishing what's called the factory run. And just as Stan clocks on to step up the pace.
Yeah, there's British summertime, eh? Pouring down.
Next, it's on to another crucial aspect of the training schedule. Ball skills come under another pair of watchful eyes belonging to Mick Doherty. Stan also takes great interest in the progress of the kids. Cash is tight, so it'd be a huge bonus if one or two of Terry Pashley's youth squad flowed through the ranks. But the present-day squad still needs strengthening, so the mobile phone never stops ringing. The pace for the seniors is starting to get tough. And that phone's also feeling the heat. They say there's no gain without pain. But surely sometimes even Stan would just love to switch off. Yet, for one part of the job, he needs just a voice. A strong voice. No, a very strong voice.
All right. You have got to keep hold of that ball. You've got to get off that line and help them somehow. Okay? Play. Well done, Glenn! Well done, son! Well done, Edgy! Keep playing! Play on! Stretch him, Lockie! Stretch him, then go on! On your own! Go on, son! Pilky, come on! Go! Two! Play 1-2, play 1-2! Glenn, move it, Glenn! There you go! Go on, Chappie! Give it easy, Chappie!
Chappie, keep the ball, Chappie!
Chappie!
Chappie, if you need me! Chappie!
Too tight, too tight!
Get across,
Chappie! Can't you see him? Get on that ball, Chappie. Play! Play! Push out, right! Quiet!
Yes!
Where's me forward runners? Break out! Break out! Keep it!
Chappie, no! Stand up, Glenn.
Well done, Glenn. Red ball there, Westy. Play from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I'm still looking to get that goal. Play in. Great lad. Follow! Get over the halfway line. Westy. Muro, that's more like. Right, Green. Let's go again.
Young granddaughter Olivia, Ollie to her friends, helps Stan escape the management pressure. Every summer his players take part in a challenge match against their cricketing neighbours. More a game of 2 pints than 2 halves.
James Anderson and the football club side by Glenn Little. Burnley Cricket Club will start back with it.
But it's a valuable chance for the players to relax. Some choose to play, others prefer for once to sit on the bench, alongside the fans, patiently waiting for a whole new ball game.
You could do with one person getting out.
With new signings on show, it's a good moment to find out the chairman's opinion of Stan's style of management.
What sort of manager would you say he was?
Obviously he's a disciplinarian. Obviously I think he has to have control. I think he's honed his methods in from all his experience over the past 25 years. And he has a formula now that he works to, and all in all he's been very successful with it.
How difficult has it been in the last 18 months or so because of all the financial restraints? He's operating within a very tight straitjacket, isn't he?
He is, and you know, from sort of 3 years of going forward, and we had to sort of almost get a survival strategy in place. Having said that, I mean, he's certainly worked on the shoestring successfully at places like Bury. So Stan gets his budget. That's what he's got to work to. This is our wage bill for this season. And then that's up to him.
Now, if you thought Dean West was just a defensive fullback, think again. He's pretty decent at coming forward with a bat. Fred, as he's known, and Stan go back a bit.
I think I was his first signing at Bury. Like, I took over there at a time when we was you know, near the bottom of the 3rd division, and he just totally transformed things, you know, around at Bury and made him a success. Which, you know, then he came on to Burnley after that success there.
How does he manage it?
I think he picks hungry players who are determined to succeed. You know, it looks for them qualities in players that you know, it's just a work ethic and, you know, get the best out of what you've got.
Sam tells me he's unpredictable, and in many ways that again is a strength because you don't know how he's going to react.
Exactly. I've been with him, played under him for 7 years, and I still don't know what he's going to say from one day to the next.
But you know football inside out. I mean, can he get this team and this club into the Premiership?
I don't see why not. We've got a good squad of players now. You know, he's adding to it, you know, through the summer and gradually. And as I say, you get 1 or 2 more players in, and there's a lot of players available of good standard. They've played in the 1st division before and Premier League, and get a good team spirit going. You know, anything can happen.
But the view from the pavilion isn't good. The cricketers gain handsome revenge for last season's shock win by the footballers. It's enough to drive a man to drink. A very warm welcome to the Drum, a pub on the outskirts of Burnley. Like many of us after a tough day at work, Stan and his staff like nothing better than sampling the beer and banter at the bar.
How important is it that they and you get a chance to unwind a bit?
Dead important. For me, I can come and have a pint. For the lads, it's a bit more difficult for them. Alcohol's off the menu, really. Like tonight was an ideal opportunity after the cricket at 7 o'clock when I finished. Bring the stuff up. I can buy them a couple of beers, now we can get off. Something to eat, a good night's rest, and ready again tomorrow to crack on.
New goalkeeper, Chadwick's come in. All starting to take shape?
I still need more players. I still need 3 or 4 more players yet. Chaddy can't play till the specialist says so, because he's had an operation on his jaw. I need a centre-back. I need another couple of midfield players and maybe another striker. I need another 4 or 5 players. Which best players cost a lot of money. We get 700 grand a year. Premiership's worth 28 mil plus. So that tells you. Premiership's a premiership. The rest of us, we have to try and get into the big league.
So, the stage is set. Turf Moor looks a treat. A stadium undoubtedly fit for the Premiership. Burnley's always been a football-mad town. At an open day for the fans, even the youth team players are sought out for a signature. Thousands of players have prowled along this corridor over the years.
All right. Ramsey. Something, Matt. Go. All right.
and hundreds have hated the time they've been forced to spend in here.
I make cured really.
What sounds good for the club? Did you? That sounded good. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Injury can wreck a player's career, but thankfully early season niggles are the main problem.
Better watch yourself there, Robbie.
On my legs. How's it, Arth? Alright, yeah? Yeah, you know how to do it.
So Arthur, that feels okay, does it? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Posture on drainage. Where are you from?
Just leave Victoria alone. Shall we get the groin straight from? Has he signed that Macau?
Costing us. He's already costing us a lot of money, this lad. With medical gear.
Who?
You. 2020. Okay, just pressing against my hands.
Smells of nothing there, like.
Yeah, how's that feel?
It feels miles easier.
Good.
You know what I mean? Or even on this side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like really...
Still not as strong though. Push him again. Push him again. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Keep pushing and relax. Push in now against mine. And relax. That's not bad, is it?
It's not too bad now.
Better than it was.
Oh. Still niggling, you know, you still feel it though, Sauce. Ah, there.
Physio Ian Liversidge has a vital role alongside Stan.
There's a lot of delicate decisions to be made, but Stan's very, very good. He will listen to medical advice and he'll take on board what we're saying. At the end of the day, it's the player's decision whether he plays or not. We would never force him into the situation where he has to play. If he said he's not fit, then he's not fit. I can guide them, and obviously sometimes some players will play when they're not 100% fit. It's my job to keep them fit when they're injured. That means anything from just doing upper body work if they can't run, to cycling, swimming, then eventually getting them back to running, and then progressing them through into football situations and giving them back into training.
And Stan as a character to work with?
I would say so. I've worked with a few, and he is a character. Yeah. He knows what he wants, and he goes about it and gets it. You know, I think he gets the best he can out of the players he's got. There are some moments where we're all, ooh, you know, but I mean, in general, he's fine to it.
Even after all these years, you can sense Stan's anticipation.
Oh, so they're all there, we're all right. You're following me around when I'm working as well?
But the smile will soon vanish. The pitch has a disease.
Go all over the place, look. See this, Chairman, this ain't good. This ain't going to last long, is it?
What's Clive say? I'm not sure.
Well, that's poor, that. That's not as good as Gothorpe, Chairman.
I knew he got a disease.
He's got a disease.
I know now.
He did say something, I don't know. They did tell me what it was, and they're going to spray it or something, but the other way of doing that, really, is to cut that out and put some turf in it. What you done with your hair? Have you had a fancy hairdo?
His head's grown, Gaffer, that's what it is. I don't fit anymore.
Nice and sharp. Nice and bright, good.
This isn't going to last 2 minutes, this.
Hopefully, there won't be a problem with the new keeper. Brian the Great Dane is nicknamed the Beast, and you can see why.
we need to get a shape as well as, okay? I'll let you go with this. I'll let you go with this for 3 or 4. Then I'm going to bring in the fullbacks and the wide players, okay? Just be aware.
Go get it, Glenn!
So, let's see how the beast survives between the sticks. But for every beast, there's a beauty. Lisa Canby and new husband Mick are Burnley season ticket holders. Where better to have your wedding reception than at the ground?
Come on then.
For better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, they've got a photograph for the album that every other claret couple can only dream of.
Where do you want? Just around?
Yeah, I'll get out.
Big fellas at the back.
Guys.
No shoes as well.
Okay, eyes to me here.
This way, lads.
Good. Great. Big smiles. Cheers, thanks very much.
Okay. Yes. Have a nice day.
Hope there were no stud marks on the dress, Lisa. Meanwhile, the beast is getting under the feet.
Can I have it after training?
Hundreds of fans won't leave without all the autographs.
Are you a keeper?
Right.
There you go.
And you know the beast is starting to feel the strain. But someone else has his hands full.
Are you smiling?
Bye. Yeah, sure.
Are you going away? Honeymoon, isn't it?
Mexico.
When?
Monday.
You've got a very pretty dress on, hasn't she?
Mexico. It sounds magic. But Burnley are also off on their travels. The Clarets head for this year's International Isle of Man Football Festival, knowing they face testing warm-up games against Steve McMahon's Blackpool and 3rd Division Wrexham. So how do players spend a 2.5-hour sea crossing? Below deck, there's plenty of tension at the inevitable card school. Diamonds are a Big Dane's best friend when he's confronted by Little, Blake and Weller. Others prefer a bit of privacy. No chance.
What are you filming here?
Welcome aboard this Super Sea Captain. Yes. The captain will sound the following signal.
For someone well used to being in the spotlight, Douglas offers the manager the chance to get away and work on perhaps his defence. It's been a smooth journey so far, but in under 24 hours, Burnley will line up against Blackpool in their opening match of the tournament. Bit of a culture shock for Luke Chadwick after his Champions League ventures with United.
Bring your bags down the back, lads.
But at this level, everyone has to carry their own bags.
Morning. Good morning. You're up bright and early then? Oh, yeah. No problems. Morning.
The road to success, and ideally that means the Premiership, starts here. In his 5 years at Burnley, Stans steered the club to within sight of English football's elite. It's an impressive track record after spells at 9 other league clubs. Stan knows that for the next 9 months, he and his players won't be too far from the headlines for one reason or another.
Yeah, it's big enough. It's interesting.
With a match that night, the morning session will have to be reasonably light. But this is a world away from Gawthorpe or Turf Moor. And before a man can manage, he has to mark out his territory.
Sam, put that post on that cone there. Trials and tribulations of a First Division football manager. Mark your own picture. That's it. Fetch that up under there.
Smashing, thank you, gents.
Well done, fellas.
Careful, Ian. Thank you.
Good in. This will help us appreciate what we've got, I think.
Looks like Big Sam is playing the holding role in the middle of the park. But just what is he holding? Meanwhile, the dock is in full cry.
Round the corn, good. Get round that corn, knocker! Get round the cone! Do that course properly. Round the corn. Shot quick once. Come on, Choppy. Good quality. Love it, Mo. Well done, you two. Brilliant. Where you go? Is Roachy going to sit and keep a back four intact, or is Roachy going to get from there out to his space? It's that easy. Those are the two questions. This is the art of a 4-4-2, as opposed to a 4-3, a 2, and you out there. You understand? Right, let's have a look at it then. Let me see if I can get you talking. Yes, go, stay out, Will! Big man can rest. Big Gareth can rest. Granty, come and play wide right for me. Clive, get down, give me 10 double foot jumps. Too busy talking and not listening. Get them done. Come on. And come in at left back, please, Clive. Get up his arse, fella. Yes, gas. Don't. Come back. Play. Steady, that's fine. Make sure. Don't be. Go back. Stay there, Fred. Go back. Don't be like that. Move with it. You mark me. I'm you. Lay it across. Go on. This is what you do. Mark me. This is what you do. Yes, Fred. Give it him back. Come on, Maura. Come so.
In a nutshell, how would you sum Stan Ternent up?
A nice fella. He can get a bit stressed out sometimes, but he's someone that I've got a lot of respect for. You know, I've always had problems with authority in football, with falling out with John Aldridge at Tranmere, Gary Megson at Stockport, and you know the gaffer would have been quite easy for anyone not to take me, you know, with my past. But gaffer, took a gamble on me, and I've got a lot of respect for the gaffer. This season's been a lot harder. Ask any of the lads, it's been very hard this season. Last season was a bit more chilled. But I think, the gaffer wasn't very happy with it, especially we had a good cup run, and probably the last 10, 12 games we just petered off, so quickly. And I think that's one of the reasons why it is a bit harder this year. The gaffer wants us to be going into the season, very fit.
How astute a tactician is he?
I'd put him right up there with the coaches I've worked with. When the gaffer talks, you really take notice, because you have to know how he wants you to play. And he has got a very good football brain. He's been in the game for a long time, so he should have, But some of the stuff that he comes out with, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. You're always learning, and he's definitely a good person to learn from.
No, we don't have that one. What about?
What's he like if you get it wrong?
Oh, that is a loaded question. Probably like most other people, I think. I've had a few run-ins with the gaffer. But the underlying thing is there's always respect there. He's a very strong character, and I've got a lot of respect for them. He's always there for the lads. The lads are in trouble, or the lads need something sorting out, and he'll always be there for the lads. And to me, that counts for a hell of a lot.
So it's back to the hotel. The Blackpool game is now just around the corner.
Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Thanks a lot. You get free towels, Rob. Right. Are we going for a swim?
The strikers prefer to sink, or try to sink, a few putts.
Oh, the break! You don't see the break in there?
Golf is many a footballer's other great obsession. Good footwork, eye on the ball, and hit the target. Well, nearly every time.
Raced it. Raced that.
So for Stan, his players, and especially the fans, it's game on.
People say, cut him and he bleeds claret and blue. He is Burnley through and through.
He's got the passion, and so is his backroom staff, Sam and Ronnie and all the rest of them. I can't knock it at all.
That's right. Hey, this is where it starts, lads. This is where it starts. Come on, then. If you have any problems at all and he niggles out like that, I need to know. All right?
I think we'll do pretty well. Hopefully better than next season, getting the playoffs.
I reckon this season, yeah. He's got these young players and we're going for it. Yeah.
We've been through it. I don't need to go through with you again. It's about fitness, effort, endeavour, pass the ball, and above everything else, enjoy it. Okay? Come on, lads. Come on. Also, the rules apply for bookings and all the rest of it, so I expect you to be sensible. All right?
He's created an atmosphere now at the club that people now expect success.
You're never quite sure what he's up to, but he always seems to deliver the goods. Yeah, top man.
I haven't gone through your markers with set plays and things. Long throw from Flinny, you've got Steve Davis and people. I expect you to sort that out yourselves. We'll go through that at a later date, but I want a clean sheet and I want a very good performance from you, okay? You listening to me?
Yeah. We're talking over my shoulder.
Come on, lads, we've got another 5 minutes yet. If you want to get out, get cracking, get on with it. Are you ready to go?
People forget what the club was like before Stan arrived, and just how far he's taken the club in those few short years.
Big fan of Stan, absolute star, best thing that's happened to Burnley Football Club for what, 5-6 years, terrific, yeah.
Best luck, Wells. Come on, you two, conduct that orchestra in there. Let's play 3 in there. Organise it with Glenn. Get him in there, I'll get knockered in. Best luck, guys.
Come on, boys.
Best luck, son.
Hundreds of fans make the trip to the Douglas Bowl for what's always a tasty Lancashire derby. And all the talk of a clean sheet is sadly soon forgotten. But notice Blackpool are playing in black.
It was a mile offside. A mile offside. Will you wear that?
Please have to wear black here.
Well, you better get them changing because we can't tell the difference between you. You can't wear the same colour as they're wearing. What are you going to do about it? We're passing the ball to you.
No, you're not.
Well, they're complaining. The players want you to change the top. It's unfortunate. Well, it'll be more unfortunate if I take my team off, won't it? Well, let's do something about it. You can't play with the same colour. You're going to have to do something. You'll be all right with that on. Good lad. Okay.
Branty, get him to join in.
Now, fire.
Come on, Chappie.
Come here, listen to me. See that Wellens in midfield? Walking away there, yeah? You go on, I want you to look after yourself. You got me message? Hey? Good lad.
At half-time, Burnley find themselves still a goal down. For the second half, Stan moves from the bench to the boardroom, and he's rewarded with a better second-half show. Young Chaplow makes his presence felt in midfield. And it doesn't take long for young McMahon to get his own back. But in the dying moments of the game, Burnley rescue the match. They force a penalty shootout. And cometh the hour, bring on the beast. Jensen becomes a hat-trick hero. His 3 saves give Gareth Taylor the chance to clinch the points.
The fans seem to have taken to the beast.
He's a big lad. Well, you know, they have their favourites in one thing or another, but it was a good workout, and there's a lot of things that we can brush up on. Certainly we need to play some more matches for the match fitness.
Come on, we're on our way to the final. Come on.
A bit optimistic there, Glenn. Burnley missed the final after losing to Wrexham and beating Rotherham. Time to head for home. Young Ollie once more provides Stan with the perfect distraction ahead of a big game.
I think she likes the camera, doesn't she?
It's a Sunday morning friendly against Leeds United, but the match build-up is well rehearsed. Sam soon arrives.
Won a couple and lost one. We've done all right, it was all right. Just follow around to your right.
But today, another guest is being guided into Kath Ternent's kitchen. Leeds boss Peter Reid and Stan are old mates.
Not bad of it. We played Bristol City.
Oh, well, that was when was that? Last Saturday?
And York. Some work to do with them, though.
Conversation between the pair and Sam is dominated, not surprisingly, by one topic.
I want to go to Milan. I said, so do I. Just going to come with it. Yeah, there you go.
Nearly one who had depression when he first went to Celtic and couldn't play.
Yeah.
When he first went, he had to go back home to Australia, didn't he?
Yeah. And by the way,
Peter, would you like tea or coffee?
tea, please. And by the way, when I got there, he got me 11 goals in 8 games because he got me.
He's a proper player.
Yeah, he is. But like he's...
Theatre for a week.
I know, well...
He did a bit, didn't he?
But that's what
that was at night.
Yeah. By the way, no, you're still there more, and I don't give a toss. You're still there more in the bar, having a crack.
That's the old thing, isn't it?
He's got very high.
What time do you get to the ground before the game?
Well, on a match day, we'll be there like an hour and a quarter for the press. I'll be a couple of hours.
Will it be like 1:20 when we get down there?
Is that for the home game? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like getting there early, mate. Well, I'd hope if you got a nice lounge with a telly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sat in kitchen.
Yeah.
Before we go.
Yeah. You think you can get someone to just sponsor the room or something?
Yeah, there's no
room. That stand one's knocking down and rehashing.
Alright.
We're the only team that gets booed on. Because all in the country, all the visiting fans are in that stand, you know. It's like an away game when you're at home. Here's your lads now, is it, Pete?
Yeah, but it was. That'd make good
Who's that in front?
That's a security lad, big Man City fan.
Is he?
Great, yes.
They are, gents.
Well done, Sam.
My pleasure. I've got to make a phone call now. I've got to ring Quinny about tomorrow morning.
All right, lad.
What horses?
Hey, Stan.
Hiya, lad.
Finish sign, my friend, please. Thanks, Ray. Good time, Nathan. Much obliged, Stan.
Okay,
Let's all have a good season.
All right, cheers.
Me and Stan go back a long way. I prefer being his opposing manager than being his chairman because I can imagine he'd be hell to work for. But the thing about him is that he gets the best out of players. And if he's taking his tablets, he's a good lad to be with. But when he's off them tablets and on the fags, he's an absolute nightmare.
He's off the fags at the moment.
That's what I mean.
I want the right numbers, that's what I'm getting right with it. Give them their club numbers. Yeah. So, do we write a team sheet out, Sam?
I'm just going to get one.
All right, go.
There she is. Kit on and everything. How are you, Gail?
Okay.
You okay?
I probably don't mind. It's going to wait there.
And she just phoned me. Did you get his message?
No, I didn't get a message. All right. What do you want? 3? Do you want 3? Yeah, Kat's got you 3 tickets. All right. Wonder why that doesn't come through the message. These are hopeless, these phones.
We can't call you make love no more than that one, can we?
Oh, chaps, all right. Don't all shout at once, will you, wherever you do.
Yeah, talk, we're all right,
Well
Doc.
done, branch it out.
Let's get it done right. High tempo start.
You've got to start off high tempo, pass the ball. Don't be frightened to keep the ball. If there's any danger, it ain't right for you. Side foot, up we go, Graham. All right? And close ranks. Come on then, enjoy. Best of luck. Best of luck, boys. Come on, lads.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Jeffy! Brenty! Should be offside! Well done! Jeffy, up you come!
Have a stretch, spread, three of you. Steady.
Robbie! You've got to get across there! Muru! Ian! Let's go, Sons now! Stand on it! Sons now! Go on, Arthur! Go on, Arthur! Get out!
Well done, Walla. Well done, son.
Go behind you, go behind you.
Mo! Mo! Go on, Moro! Keep it! Keep it! Rob! Fucking strong, come on. Never mind, that's the strong. Arthur! You're going to sleep! Unlucky! Unlucky, Art! Ref, don't book him! Don't book him! We don't want any bookings! Just leave it!
Sam, let me manage it the way
Well, but don't book him! Nobody! We're having a game of footy! Don't book him! We're having a game of football! Shake hands and get on with it! Wella! Good, good. Well done, ref! Well done! Play! Play! Ref! Well done. If Viduka comes off short, okay, go with him. If you're not, then send Rochi in and you give a cover there. Do you understand? Because if he comes off there and turns, you're banging the shit. And vice versa on the other side. You've gone off with him, right? I'm picking the bad points now. You've gone off with him, right? You're right up his arse, he's held the ball. So he's going that way, you go the other way. Then somebody says, turn round, Mark, so he turns round and you're 10 yards away. Go all the way with him. Get him back there. If he plays back there and it goes over the top, we've closed ranks. Do you understand that? From your kick, that's where it started. You kicked the ball and you miscued it. Right? How's your concentration? The way you kick it, a side foot will do. I'm not having a go at you. All I'm telling you is that if you don't come up as a 4, we've got a mountain to climb on the pitch. Arthur, if he tells you to come up, get up, the 4 of you, and get up quick.
Come off that line and catch a ball or two for me. Let's start from the back. Squeezed, good attention, and what you'll find is that with the strikers, good strikers, they're always pulling away, trying to occupy a centre-back and a full-back. Mo, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, son, what's up?
Nothing.
You okay?
Yeah.
Doing well, doing smashing. Come on then, let's go and enjoy it. Get the line!
In the second half, the defensive line was much better. And 2 penalties helped Burnley run out convincing 4-2 winners. A major morale booster. But there was a price to pay, an accidental bad facial injury to Gareth Taylor. The kind of problem Stan's desperate to avoid.
Robbie, come on. Get up the middle with Alan Moore. Yeah, all right, just take it easy. Take it easy. Stay up! Cheers, thanks. Have a good one, Smithy. Have a good season, mate. Wish you well, lad.
He's a football person, good humour, wears his heart on his sleeve, but what you see is what you get, and what you get is very, very good.
They're England internationals you're playing against, you know. Might get your caps before long, chappy. A flat one, eh? Cover that. You know when it gets towards the end of the game and you're 4-2 up? Yeah. I still need you to keep that nice tight foot, because you're still getting loads of ball there when you come in. And you can play row 2 wide, you can play somebody down the channel, you can go and do your thing with Robbie. It's not a problem, is it, for you? So that is a massive thing that we can improve on. Other than that, you've done ever so well. You set your own standards, you go to Accrington on Wednesday, and I want to see the same endeavour. They ain't Leeds United, ain't Birmingham City, ain't Manchester United, it's Aki. That's what I'm looking for, a shape and a balance and a willingness. And I think he's done pretty good today.
His record in football is fantastic, and when you think of the job he's done for Burnley, you know, on a difficult budget, second to none.
You can see where the club's come from in 5 years. You can certainly see where Stan wants to go. Whether he can do that as quickly as he wants at the present time, it remains to be seen.
Stan's a certain age, we've been together for 5 years. I think this season we'll see as we go, but I'll be delighted if we're successful and Stan can take us up there.
Basically what I want to do is get him fit and through pre-season without injuries. And what's happened to Gareth means I haven't achieved that. Now I've got a smaller squad. I let a lot of players go that are purely for financial reasons. And injuries and suspensions will play a massive part in loss of form. What happened today, you've seen all the players, that's what I've got. And we're short. It's like Clive Holt said to me when I asked him last season, I'm sure he won't mind me saying so. I said, what do you expect me to do, Clive? You know, with restrictions as they are. He says, oh, just we're established First Division side now, Stan. You know, maybe the playoffs and the odd sojourn into the Premiership. I thought, oh,
is that it?
That's it.
I can't move for you if you're going to follow me around all the time like this.
Sometimes you can do it tactically. I just missed my footing on there then, and I got size 10s.
Promotion. Champions.
Really?
No.
You won't get it. Before let's stick it out there. Yeah, stick it out.
Who's this? Who's at 10?
Yeah, so it's...
He does do it again. I can't get away from you.
They go forever, don't they?
Yeah, good.
And my missus got the next 3. Yeah. He never puts anything in it.
No, it's good.
Mine can't pass a garage.
He's God. Absolute cream. Brilliant. Best thing that happened. Hold on, do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2,
12,
yeah,
13,
yeah.
14,
Okay.
15.
Look at the size of you. What, you've been eating many burgers?
Money.
Get him on the camera, have a look at that.